Press here was some posters and posting 2007. And then Obunya Hung the Baba
unless you have objectives. 4, unless you strategize, you have a strategy. 5, unless you plan your life. And 6, the activities, what you engage in. While I'm giving you this, a dream, anybody can have a dream. But a dream without action is not a dream. Therefore, when you are here on campus, you start dreaming big and you have to take action. So your dreams should be backed by actions. How are you going to back your dreams by actions? First, you have to sacrifice today's life, entertainment, and whatnot for tomorrow. What I mean by sacrifice is some students here obviously come from affluent homes. Some students here also come from average homes. Some students also come from poor homes. But because of their brains, they manage to come here. What I want to assure you is that it is not where you come from that determines your success. It is your dream and how you foresee the future of life that determines your success. So if you want to be an entrepreneur today, you can start from tonight. Whatever money experience gives to you, you should begin to save. I always tell friends, any person who is working and not married, I'm also going to get Louboutin. It becomes competition. The little money that you have saved and invested, you spend it on bags, ladies' bags. A guy will see his friend wearing a nice shoe. Oh, I'm going to get, Agyapong is wearing Zena. So I'm also going to get Zena. You know how much money I have before I bought the Zena. And now because you saw me wearing Zena, you spend your last money also to go and buy Zena. That's what I mean by keeping up the clothes. You have to save your money. When you are with friends in the same room and you save your money, they tend to call you, you are chisel, you are fixed, you don't spend money. You know what you want in the future. So whatever money you save becomes your capital, and your capital you invest it. When you invest your capital, what you have to do is to make sure you always work hard to make more money so that you don't lose the money. If you want to be a businessman, I'm sorry, I have to tell you the truth. It's the gospel truth. When you establish your business, don't employ your brother. Don't employ your sister. Don't employ any relative. Because if they make a mistake and you sack them, your mother, your uncle, your grandfather, everybody will come and beg. And they know very well that he's taking your money. But the whole family will go against you. They consider you to be a very wicked person. Let them call you wicked. When you don't employ them and your business is going on, you go home and feed them out. That's the only way you can protect your investment. When you have enough, you can help your brother by also establishing a business for him. Let him go his way and wash your hands. But if you are going to rely on relatives to help you in your business, they will collapse your business. I've gone through it. I don't want you to go through that. That is why I'm telling you. Again, if you want to succeed in life, if you want to be different from any entrepreneur or businessman, you have to be honest. Integrity is key to success. I give you another example. All these things you don't get in a book. I have a new company that I bought from an Indian. They deal in petrochemical for these plastic bottles and all those things. And they supply different companies here. When I took over the company, he checked my background and he wanted to meet me. After going through books, going around the company, we decided to go to lunch. And at lunch, he said, I hear you are a very honest man. I have a problem. I want you to help me. I said, okay, go ahead. She said she's about to lose her job in Belgium because she gave a credit to a Ghanaian company and and the guy has stood there. He has not paid the money for about 2 years, and they want to sack him from a job. Or if you go to Dubai, almost all the petrochemical companies, they know each other. Shall see. That's it. You are cut off. They blacklist you, and you can't deal with anyone. But if you are honest to company A will recommend you to company B. Company B will recommend you to company C. Now, because of my honesty, I just came into the business. But they ship all these raw materials to me, and most of the companies manufacturing plastics now buy the raw materials for me because of honesty. So honesty is key to success. Foresight is not about a dream. You should know what you want. You should know what you want. That is foresight. That in the next 5-10 years, I'm going to rise to this level. How do I do it? All the things I've said to you come to play before the foresight will materialize. Hard work, honesty, savings, investment is one who has the vision, who have all these things, and you have the foresight to project that in the next 10 years, the market will be saturated, and therefore have to branch off into another business. This is how you have to read the market. So anybody who has a foresight can predict what will happen tomorrow will always be a better businessman or entrepreneur than the one who does not think of tomorrow but wait for tomorrow. You have to stay focused. When you are doing business, there are economic turmoil that will happen. But you just don't give up. Once you decided to attain this level, there will be challenges on your way, but you don't let the challenges impede your progress as you expect. Turmoil, economic turmoil. Let me give you one example. Just recently, you see America and the rest of the world are fighting on tariffs. And because of that, the economies of the developing countries are suffering. Because of dollar fluctuations and those things. When you were planning, you did not anticipate that Trump would take over, and now you also want to make more money for his people or his country, because he feels the rest of the world are cheating them. It was not part of your thinking or whatever you wanted to do. So, if it does happen like that, because you are staying focused, that this is where I want to reach, and that economic turmoil that can happen, you begin to guard against that before it even happens. So, if it happens, you will cushion yourself with what you have saved. Let's say if you make a profit of 100 cedis, you draw back 70 into the business and save 30 for unknown tomorrow, which can be the economic turmoil that we are going through. When you do that, you are focusing. And when you stay focused, others who do not save some of their revenue or profits and take the risk to put all the 100% in, if there's a downturn in the economy, they suffer more. So sometimes you take risk you don't calculate it and you be greedy, or you are greedy to put everything in, you will lose all. So when you stay focused, you'll be able to cushion yourself when there's economic turmoil or downturn in the system. So anybody who wants to be an entrepreneur can do so. Don't think you are a first-class student, and because you are a first-class student, that alone determines your success in life. That is fallacy of argumentum ad hominem. If you are brilliant, it paves a way for you. You have the advantage, all right. But if you don't go further than that, and you become complacent. I was talking to one of my daughters in here. She's very brilliant, but she's confused. When I advise her, she doesn't take. She rather takes advice from her professors. But I have studied the market. I'm an employee, and I know professions that pay good money. But she thinks she's brilliant, and therefore it's automatic that she's going to be rich. I told her, you are joking. Because in Agyapong College, her best position was 23 out of 144. But they know that guy, when I speak English, they were laughing at me. I'm in Agyapong, and who blows who Today, because of the zeal, because of the way I perceive life, there is nothing going on within our classroom that will not inform, contribute. And obviously, I'm the biggest contributor. So I share all these with you for you to know that the work at home today that you are enjoying, if you don't work at it, even if your father leaves you the whole world, you lose it. You lose it. And those of us from home who are aggressive to succeed, one day your aggressiveness will pay off. So, I normally share my personal experience. Some people don't want to do it. I don't feel shy. I have to tell you, just to motivate you, so that when you are thinking, you say that if in Agyapong, that poor boy from Ascendo has been able to make it, I say
We say this challenge today not to complain, but to draw attention to the fact that if we truly believe in empowering young people, then structures must be put in place to resource and support us. We call on our party leadership, government officials, entrepreneurs, and well-meaning in Teston and its future. Not just with words of encouragement, but with tangible resources, mentorship, and platform for growth. We remain committed, however, to our values of patriotism, volunteerism, and service. We will continue to build our community, support one another, and promote the ideas of good leadership, responsible citizenship, and entrepreneurship. As we move through today's summit, we hope to draw from the wisdom of and experience of our keynote speaker and invited guests to sharpen our ideas, broaden our networks, and inspire ourselves to become entrepreneurs and change makers. In conclusion, I would like to thank each and every one of you present today, especially the